My 94-year-old secret. 5 morning habits for a younger you. No pills. Have you ever woken up, felt that familiar creak in your joints, or that little fog in your head, and just thought, well, this is just how it is when you get older, isn't it? Maybe you've started each day feeling a bit more tired, or perhaps you've been collecting a few more prescriptions than you'd like. It's easy to believe that aches and pains are just part of the package deal with aging. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be that way? What if you could wake up feeling brighter, clearer, and more ready to tackle the day, without a pile of pills or fancy routines? Now, I'm 94 years young, and I live on my own, no medications to speak of. My doctor, bless his heart, just shakes his head and smiles when he sees my test results. He says I'm as healthy as someone 3 decades younger. Last year, he looked at my charts and just said, "What's your secret?" And you know what? It's no big secret at all. It's just 5 simple things I do every single morning. Nothing expensive, no special gadgets, just some thoughtful little choices that have made a world of difference for me. And the honest truth is, if I can do them, so can you. These little habits have truly helped me stay sharp, keep moving, and feel full of life. While many folks my age are told to slow down and accept the changes, I'm here to tell you that you can still thrive. Here's the real kicker. One of these habits takes less than 5 minutes, but most seniors completely skip it. And that tiny oversight could be making your memory a bit fuzzy and draining your energy without you even realizing it. But trust me, it doesn't have to be this way. I've seen too many of my wonderful friends start to struggle, not because of a big health crisis, but because they overlooked the small, everyday things. That's why I'm so eager to share this with you. Because that first hour of your day can either lift you up and set you on a path to a great day, or it can slowly wear you down. So, stick with me now, because in just a moment, I'm going to walk you through each of these 5 habits, starting with the one almost nobody talks about. Before we dive in, could I ask a small favor? If staying strong, independent, and mentally sharp matters to you, please take a moment to tap that subscribe button right now. It helps this channel reach more folks who need to hear this message. And if you have a friend or a loved one who could use a little boost, go ahead and share this video with them, too. We're all in this together. Oh, and one more thing, I'd just love to know, where are you watching from today? Are you in sunny Florida, chilly Maine, or somewhere else wonderful? Drop it in the comments below. It always warms my heart to see our community growing and connecting from all corners of the world. Now, let me tell you about the very first thing I do every single morning. It's not fancy, it won't cost you an arm and a leg, but I truly believe it's one of the most powerful habits I've ever picked up. The first secret. Sip before you start. Before I even think about brushing my teeth, before I open the curtains to greet the day, and even before I reach for my phone, I sit right up in bed and drink a big glass of water with just a tiny pinch of natural sea salt. That's it. Simple, right? No expensive green juices, no handfuls of supplements, just plain, room temperature water and a touch of good salt, ready and waiting for me on my nightstand. So, I don't even have to leave the comfort of my bed to do it. Now, you might be thinking, really? Just water? But here's what most folks don't realize. While you're peacefully sleeping, your body is working hard, and in the process, it's losing water. Every single night, we breathe and perspire, and by morning, we've lost almost a whole liter of water without even knowing it. That means when you finally wake up, you're already starting your day a bit parched, like a plant that needs a good drink. And at our age, being dehydrated isn't just about feeling a little thirsty. Oh no, it can affect everything. Your joints might feel stiffer, your memory might seem a bit fuzzy, your balance could be a bit off, and even your digestion can slow down. It really touches every part of you. Yet, what do most of us reach for first thing in the morning? A nice hot cup of coffee or tea, right? And while that might feel cozy and comforting, caffeine actually pulls even more water out of your system. So, you're essentially starting your day running on empty. When I made this simple switch, water first before anything else, I noticed a difference almost right away. The stiffness in my knees, which I just accepted as part of getting older, started easing up. That mental fog that used to hang around like an uninvited guest, it lifted. Even my digestion, which had been a bit unreliable for years, felt smoother and more regular. It was like my whole body just quietly whispered, "Thank you." And this isn't just my own little story. Science backs this up. A study from Johns Hopkins found that even mild dehydration in adults over 65 can actually reduce brain function by almost 30%. Think about that. A big drop in clarity just from missing your morning hydration. But here's what makes it even more effective. That tiny pinch of sea salt. And I mean natural sea salt, not your regular table salt. We're talking about the good stuff like Himalayan pink salt or unprocessed sea salt. That little bit adds tiny amounts of minerals your body really needs, like magnesium and potassium. These minerals help your cells actually absorb the water, instead of just letting it flush right through you. It's like giving your body a special key to unlock all the hydration it's craving. And the best part? Takes less than a minute. I call it the first 60 seconds that rewire everything. Because that's what it does. It wakes up your body gently, supports your joints, helps clear your head, and gets your digestion moving smoothly. It's a tiny act of self-care that sets the tone for your entire day. So, tonight, before you go to bed, give this a try. Pour yourself a glass of water, add just a tiny pinch of natural salt, and leave it on your nightstand. Tomorrow morning, drink it before you do anything else. One simple glass, one quiet minute. No fuss, no excuses. It might seem small, but these are the kinds of choices that help us stay independent, full of energy, and sharp as a tack well into our golden years. Let your body feel the difference, and just see how it thanks you. Ready for the next step towards a more vibrant you? Just type "continue" in the comments below, and I'll share the next powerful habit that can truly transform your mornings. How wonderful to see so many of you ready to keep going. Let's dive right into the second habit that has truly been a game changer for me. Part 2. Greet the day with light. Now, after that first glass of water, I move right into what I consider one of the best-kept secrets to feeling younger, sleeping better, and even lifting your mood. And it couldn't be simpler. I step outside. That's it. I just open the door and step into the morning light. It doesn't matter if it's sunny, cloudy, or just a little cool outside. I don't go for a long walk, and I don't even check the mail. I just stand there quietly, or sometimes I'll sit on a chair and let that beautiful natural light touch my face and my eyes. I usually stay out for about 10 or 15 minutes. It's so peaceful, so gentle, and over time, it's become as essential to me as breathing itself. Now, you might be scratching your head, wondering, what in the world does stepping outside have to do with aging gracefully? Well, my dear friends, it has everything to do with it. You see, our bodies have something truly amazing called a circadian rhythm. Think of it like a built-in clock, deep inside us, that quietly runs everything. It controls your sleep patterns, your energy levels throughout the day, your memory, how your digestion works, and even your immune system. All those vital things that keep us humming along. And every single morning, that internal clock needs a little nudge, a reset, to stay on track. The way we reset that clock isn't with a strong cup of coffee or a hearty breakfast. No, the most powerful way to do it is with light. When you allow that morning light to enter your eyes directly, and this is key, without sunglasses and not through a window, you send a clear signal to your brain that says, "Wake up! It's time to begin the day." That natural light resets your body's internal rhythm, helping it understand when to make those wonderful energy-boosting hormones in the morning and when to produce those calming, sleep-inducing ones at night. Without that direct morning light, that inner clock of yours starts to drift a bit. And when that clock gets too far off schedule, everything can feel a little bit off. Studies have actually shown that seniors who don't get enough morning light are much more likely to struggle with restless sleep, feel a bit down in the dumps, and even experience sluggish digestion. One study even found that missing that early morning light can raise your risk of feeling depressed by nearly 70%. And yet, most people have absolutely no idea how important this simple habit is. But I felt it firsthand when I started stepping outside each morning. Even on those cloudy days, everything truly began to shift. I slept better, waking up feeling much more refreshed. I felt calmer throughout the day, and my energy stayed steady, without those afternoon slumps. Even my digestion, which had been a bit up and down for years, started improving by leaps and bounds. And here's the most beautiful part of all. It costs absolutely nothing. No pills, no fancy gadgets, no monthly subscriptions. Just you and a little bit of morning light. But it really does need to hit your eyes directly. So no sunglasses, my friends. And don't try to soak it in through a window, because the glass actually filters out the special wavelengths of light that your body needs for this reset. For this habit to truly work its magic, you've got to be out there in the real light of day. So tomorrow I challenge you to try it. Even if it's just for 5 minutes to start. Step outside. Let the gentle breeze touch your face. Let the natural light softly greet you. You don't have to do anything. Just be. And let your body remember what it feels like to start the day in rhythm. This little habit helps keep me clear-headed, even-keeled, and truly rested. And it just might do the same for you. Your mind matters, the 4-minute fire starter. Now, before we move on to the third habit, I'd love to hear from you again. Have you ever tried getting morning sunlight like this? If so, let me know how it felt for you in the comments below. Your simple story might be just the spark someone else needs to give it a try. And don't forget to tell me where you're watching from. We're building a wonderful community here. Now, let's move into something that I believe is just as important as staying hydrated or stepping outside, maybe even more so. Because what good is a healthy body if your mind isn't just as strong and vibrant? This brings us to the third habit in my morning routine, something I've come to call my 4-minute fire starter. And no, it's not a workout or a meditation, although in a way it feels a bit like both, but for your brain. Each morning, without fail, I give my mind exactly 4 minutes of focused, intentional stimulation. Just 4 minutes. That's all it takes to light a spark upstairs, to help keep my thinking sharp, my memory alive, and my mood wonderfully grounded. I've been doing this for years, and I honestly believe it's one of the biggest reasons I still feel mentally clear well into my 90s. Just like I did when I was half my age. Here's how it works. First, I start with a quick mental challenge, usually a simple math problem. I don't pull out a calculator or grab a piece of scratch paper. I just add or subtract a few numbers right there in my head. Nothing too complex, just enough to get those neurons firing. Think of it like stretching before a walk. It's a gentle warm-up for your brain. Then, I shift gears and recall a vivid memory. Not just any old moment, mind you. I try to picture something that really means something to me. Maybe my 30th birthday party, or a special trip I once took by train with my sister when we were younger. I focus on all the details. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the feelings. It's like dusting off an old photo album in my mind, but even better, because I'm truly reliving it. And every time I do it, I'm reminding my brain of who I am and all the wonderful things I've lived through. It's more than just memory. It's about reinforcing your very identity. Next, I challenge myself to learn for new words. Just 4. I keep a small notebook by my bed, and whenever I come across a word I don't recognize in a book, a TV program, or even a crossword puzzle, I jot it down. Each morning, I pick 4 of those words and say them out loud. I think about how I'd use them in a conversation. It may seem like a tiny thing, but over time, it's like doing little push-ups for your vocabulary and, believe me, for your confidence too. Finally, I close my eyes for a few seconds, take a deep, calming breath, and visualize my day ahead. I picture it clearly. What I'll do, who I'll talk to, and even how I want to feel throughout the day. This helps me start my day with clarity and a real sense of purpose. Instead of just stumbling into the day on autopilot, I'm leading with intention. I'm choosing calm. I'm choosing focus. Now, here's the really exciting part. Science completely backs this up. Researchers at Harvard found that this kind of early morning mental priming can boost something called neuroplasticity, which is your brain's amazing ability to grow and adapt, by nearly 37%. That's not a small boost, my friends. That's like switching your brain from cruise control right into high-performance mode. I like to think of it this way: your brain is a beautiful garden. If you water it and tend to it first thing in the morning, it blossoms and thrives all day long. But if you neglect it, weeds can creep in. Over time, things like brain fog, forgetfulness, or even early cognitive decline can sneak up when you least expect them. But this habit, this little 4-minute fire starter, has been my shield. I've kept it going through surgeries, during stressful seasons, and even on days when I felt a bit down. It's my way of saying to myself, no matter what happens today, I'm showing up with clarity. I don't live in fear of age-related issues like Alzheimer's. I respect them, of course, but I don't fear them because every single day I give my brain the simple tools it needs to stay alert, connected, and alive. And honestly, it's not just about avoiding decline. It's about preserving your beautiful freedom. Keeping your mind sharp means you can stay independent longer, make your own decisions, and truly savor every moment of your life. So here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, before you dive into the busyness of the day, give yourself just 4 quiet minutes. Try just one of the things I mentioned. Maybe recall a joyful memory or write down a new word you learned. Start small, but please start. Your brain is still listening, and it's never, ever too late to remind it just how capable it still is. Are you intrigued by these brain-boosting habits? Tell me in the comments. What's one memory you'd love to revisit in your mind tomorrow morning? I'm thrilled you're sticking with me on this journey to a more vibrant you. Now, let's talk about something many of us just accept, but we absolutely don't have to. Part 3. Move with grace, not pain. Let me tell you a secret, one most folks over 70 never hear. You don't have to wake up in pain. For years, I truly believed those morning aches and stiffness were just part of getting older. I'd start each day trying to be good to my body with stretches. You know the ones. Twist this way, bend that way, try to touch your toes, or do those old-school routines that everyone swears by for staying limber. But you know what? By lunchtime, my back would be sore, my knees would be puffed up like balloons, and I'd need a nap just to get through the afternoon. I chalked it up to aging. Turns out I was wrong. This brings us to my 4th daily habit, a practice that has literally changed the way I move through life. And I don't say that lightly. I call it strategic mobility. Now, this isn't yoga, it's not classic stretching, and it's definitely not anything that pushes your body past its comfort zone. This is something entirely different. It's gentler, wiser, and far more effective for our aging bodies. Here's what I mean. Most traditional stretching routines were designed for younger, more elastic muscles. But as we age, our connective tissues become less flexible, and our joints become less forgiving. What used to feel good in our 40s or 50s might actually cause inflammation or even tiny tears in our 70s and beyond. And unfortunately, most seniors aren't told that. So instead of straining through uncomfortable stretches, I now give my body what it truly needs. A slow, respectful 7-minute mobility wake-up. I start in a seated position. Yes, sitting. No complicated poses, no getting down on the floor, just a safe, supported place to begin. Then I move slowly. I gently roll my shoulders, circle my ankles, rock my hips side to side. I rotate my spine just a few inches at a time. It's almost like I'm having a quiet conversation with my body, saying, "Hey, good morning, I'm here. Let's get moving together." This short, gentle flow targets the areas that stiffen up the most overnight. Your spine, hips, ankles, knees, and shoulders. And each motion is small, intentional, and completely pain-free. I don't force anything. I listen to my body. I breathe deeply. I build slowly. And do you know what happened after just 2 weeks of doing this daily? I actually let go of the walker I had used for nearly a year. No more clunky support. No more staring at curbs and stairs like they were Mount Everest. A month later, I was driving myself to the grocery store again. By week 6, I felt steadier on my feet than I had in years. Not stronger like I could lift weights, but more capable, more in control of my movements. And here's the most beautiful part of all. I stopped fearing my body. I no longer panic when I step into the shower or get up in the middle of the night. I don't live in constant worry of falling. That fear, that quiet anxiety that lives in so many seniors, is gone. Because when you give your body consistent, gentle mobility, it gives you something back that's priceless: freedom. This isn't magic. It's the science of meeting your body where it is now, not where it used to be. That shift in mindset is powerful. You're not trying to become a gymnast at 90. You're simply reclaiming the ability to enjoy your morning walk, lift your arms without pain, and move through your home without hesitation. So, if you've ever felt stiff, unsteady, or frustrated with your body, I want to truly encourage you. there is a better way. And it doesn't require special equipment, a gym membership, or any fancy routines. Just 7 minutes of kind, conscious movement. No pushing, no forcing. Just progress on your terms. Try it tomorrow morning. Start seated. Roll your ankles. Gently rotate your spine. Breathe. Move slowly. And just notice how your body responds when you treat it with patience instead of pressure. Changed my life, and it just might change yours too. Fuel your freedom. The power of morning protein. Before we move on to the final habit, let me ask you, have you ever tried a morning mobility routine like this? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like me to walk you through the exact flow I do each morning, just say so below. I'd be happy to make a follow-up video just for you. Now, let me tell you about the fifth habit. This is something many seniors tend to overlook. Yet, it might be the most important habit if you want to stay strong, steady, and maintain your independence for years to come. If you're over 70 and still skipping protein at breakfast, I want to gently warn you. Your body might be quietly losing the muscle and strength it needs to keep you moving confidently. It's not fear-mongering. It's just how our bodies change as we age. You see, after we hit about 65, our muscles start to shrink faster unless we do something to stop it. And the very best time to protect those precious muscles is first thing in the morning. I didn't always understand this. For a long time, I thought a light breakfast, like a piece of toast, a banana, or maybe just tea or coffee, was enough to start my day gently and kindly. But I was mistaken. Research from Tufts University shows that older adults who eat enough protein early in the day actually keep more of their lean muscle compared to those who wait until dinner to eat protein. That's because after a long night's sleep, our muscles are extra hungry for protein. If we miss that morning window, our bodies start breaking down our own muscle to meet other needs. And once that muscle is lost, it's very, very hard to get back. So I decided to make a change. Now, I treat breakfast like my muscle meal. It's no longer something I rush through or skip. It's a priority. Most mornings, I aim to eat at least 25 grams of protein. Sometimes that means 2 eggs with cottage cheese. Other days, it's a quick smoothie made with Greek yogurt, chia seeds, and fresh berries. And if I'm really pressed for time, I keep a protein shake ready in the fridge. What matters most is being consistent. This habit isn't just about keeping muscles strong. It also helps immensely with your energy levels, stabilizing your blood sugar, clearing that mental fog we talked about, and even lifting your mood. And it's what lets me keep doing things many folks my age have given up. Carrying my own groceries, cleaning my home, and climbing stairs without needing help. At 94, I'm not doing this to impress anyone. I'm doing it because I want to truly live, not just get by. I want to keep choosing my own clothes, making my bed, and cooking my meals without depending on others. And honestly, this one simple habit has made all the difference. Your golden years, your best years. Alright, I know I've just shared quite a bit with you. 5 morning habits that may seem simple, but believe me, they have the power to truly change how you age, how you feel every single day, and how fully you enjoy your life. And here's the thing, my dear friends. You don't have to nail all 5 perfectly tomorrow. Nobody expects perfection. Not me, and certainly not you. When I began this journey, I was much like many others. Stiff when I woke up, dragging myself through the morning, struggling to concentrate, and wondering if this was just the way life had to be after 70. But then I made one small change and then another. And slowly, day by day, things began to shift. My energy returned, my balance got better, my mind became clearer, and my body stopped aching like before. Most importantly, I started feeling in charge of my own health again. Not fragile, not fading, but alive and thriving. Here's what I've learned over nearly a century. Aging itself isn't the enemy. It's feeling disconnected from your body, your habits, your mornings, and your purpose that holds you back. How you start your day shapes everything. Your thoughts, your body, your feelings, even your relationships. It decides if you're leading the day or just trying to keep up, if you're losing strength or building it. And the best news? You still have time to take the lead. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, you are never too old to make a positive change. It's never too late to start fresh. Your body is listening. Your brain is ready to support you if you give them the right care. So here's my gentle invitation. Start tomorrow. Not next week. Not when life feels easier. Not when you feel fully ready. Just start. Pick one small habit. Maybe drinking that glass of water first thing. Stepping outside for some fresh morning light. Or a quick 4-minute brain exercise. You don't need motivation. Just a moment. A quiet moment where you say, "Today, I'm choosing me." And from that moment, everything begins to change. If this video spoke to you at all, please leave a comment below. Tell me, what habit will you try first? Or maybe you're already doing one of these. I'd love to hear your story. Let's turn the comments into a place where real people support and inspire each other to live stronger, longer. And don't forget to share where you're watching from, because this community we're building, it's about more than just habits. It's about connection. You never know who might read your words and think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. Also, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. I have so many more simple, science-backed, heartwarming tips coming your way. No fluff, no quick fixes, just real practical tools for anyone who wants to stay independent, sharp, and active as the years go by. Because listen, at 94, I live alone. I take no medications. I don't have a nurse checking on me. But every morning I wake up hopeful. Not because everything is perfect, but because I've built a morning routine that makes me feel strong, steady, and ready for whatever the day brings. And I want that for you too. So, take a deep breath, believe you're worth the effort, and tomorrow morning, do one thing just a little differently. Because growing older doesn't have to mean giving up. Can mean freedom, can mean vitality, can mean the best years of your life. I believe that, and I believe in you. See you next time, my friend. Stay strong, stay curious, and most importantly, be kind to yourself.